Coming to you from probably somewhere in Mississippi, guys talking about sports and stuff. You can call them Ray and Rodney or Rodney and Ray. Anyway, it's the R&R Show.
It's the same OG, but I'm being low key. Hated on. What up? What up? Go, man. Freestyle, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go and get it, man. Yeah, I bet you would smoke with a cigarette. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the R&R Show. We back up in here on a Tuesday, regular night, regular Tuesday night, when we do around 6-ish. It don't never happen at 6 o'clock, because we on our people time.
For real, and we work with Facebook, so we late. Like, they missed the whole intro.
I don't know why. Oh, there. I don't know why I cannot find us. I can't find us on Facebook right now. No. Oh, there it is. There it is. Found it. Okay, found it. What's up, everybody? This is R&R Show. I am Ray. And you are tuned in to the best sports show that two people don't ever get paid for nothing that you ever see in your life.
Be spitting straight truth.
Be spitting straight facts. We only thing that's censored is our vocabulary. Other than that, we don't care about nobody's feelings. I like to thank y'all. Hey man, cut that music, man. It's all me talk over that music. Hey man, yeah, good. Cut it off. I can't talk over that. Thank you. What up, Ed? I like to thank everybody for sharing, watching, on Me Too, YouTube, Our Too, all those two, Test Too, on Twitter, Instagram. Thank y'all, love y'all. And if you know somebody who ain't doing the same, make sure you tell them, tell their mom, them, tell their mom, them, tell their mom, them, and tell who else?
Tell their dad when he came and got that plate.
He got that plate. He gone. He'll be back for that Christmas gift though.
He got to step it up for Christmas.
He got to step it up for Christmas. This is the R&R Show. How you living?
Hour, bruh. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm enjoying myself.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Oh man, Thanksgiving was lovely. I ain't came down yet. I don't know if you saw the post I did right before the show on the ground, but I was one of those. I just ain't figured out which one I am yet. So make sure you go to the Instagram page and check out them pictures I posted to start the show. But yes, sir. Man, look, I'm talking about I haven't ate happily like that in a long time.
Happily.
What it do though, bro? How was your Thanksgiving?
Man, I had a pretty good Thanksgiving also. I'm about to text Willie Perry if he wants to continue to discuss this conversation I'm having with him, talking about the NFC playoff standings.
Send the link, because his show don't start at 7:30 tonight for the church. Tell him to come on to the show so he can get out of evil out of him.
Right.
You know what?
So yeah, man, mine was nice, man. I really enjoyed myself. Like I said, ate good. Watched the Cowboys and Raiders game. That was a good game. Enjoyed that. San Francisco won this weekend. You know, battling for that playoff spot. But you know,
hey, you know what would you?
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, especially when you got some kind of defense. And your defensive back don't get called for the same call 15 times in one game, and you keep doing it. Anyway, we just watched the before the show started, the countdown to the college football Mrs. Sport.
Hey,
countdown
for the top truck mall.
So Any surprises in the top 4, top 5, top 6? Out of your book?
There are no surprises. There are
Well,
no surprises.
well,
None. 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 And I do not have any objection with it. Georgia number 1, Alabama number 2. Who's number 3?
Alabama
I
number
pull
3.
it. Huh?
Alabama number 3. Cincinnati number 4.
Who's
Oklahoma
number
State.
2?
Michigan.
Michigan. That's right. Michigan 2. Michigan 2. My bad. I'm sorry, but I have no problem with it at all. No problem with it.
That's it. That's it.
I won't have no problem until they try to screw something up if one of these teams lose this weekend. That's when we're gonna see, huh?
One out of the top 2, out of the top 4 gonna lose regardless. Georgia played Alabama.
Georgia played Alabama.
Right now, with the eye test, Alabama's gonna lose.
Yeah. So what would you say? Okay, and what would you do with Alabama? What would you do with them?
Honestly,
if after they lose, would they continue to stay in the top 4?
Alabama
or would somebody leave?
If all things stay the same and Alabama was the only somebody that lost this weekend, Alabama and Cincinnati should switch spots.
Oh, that'll be so trash.
That would be trash, but I mean it's only right.
Why would it be right?
Why would it be right? Because he's the host. And if Cincinnati wins, then
so Alabama, so you'll have a 2-loss team in the top 4.
Okay, check this out. If Alabama lost today, if Alabama had lost this weekend, they wouldn't even been in the top 4.
Yeah, that's true. Because they lost to a weaker Auburn. True. I agree with that.
Now they're losing to the number 1 team in the league.
Yeah.
Number 1 team in the country.
All right.
So if Cincinnati, who's Cincinnati playing? That's what I need to know. Because
I got you.
Okay, come on with it, because I got to get my computer and put it up on the other side.
Don't worry about it. I got 2 of them working right now, though. I got 2 of them working. If Cincinnati got Houston.
Okay, and then who Michigan got?
Michigan got probably somebody weak. Hold up. Do they even play a Big Ten championship?
Yeah, they do. They got to play somebody this week. Iowa. Johnson Iowa. Let me see. Okay, so if Michigan loses to Iowa, they gonna hit 4.
And I ain't gonna.
They might drop out.
Hold up, dog. But I don't know about that though. They'll probably drop farther than that, man.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so if you want to go by losses, Oklahoma State, who they playing? Come on, John.
Oklahoma State got Baylor.
Okay, now who Notre Dame got?
And I'm picking Baylor to get that thing too, Doc. Hey, Lily Bell. Been a minute.
Oh, Lily Bell been missing. Okay, so now.
Hey, I don't think Notre Dame have anybody this weekend.
They might not. So Baylor gonna beat Oklahoma State, which knocked them out. All right. Notre Dame ain't got nobody. They move up by default when Baylor beat Oklahoma State. All right. Cool.
Right.
So okay, give it up. She got a new job.
Yay!
I'm still looking for sponsors, so if you want to take some of the new job money and send over here, we'll sponsor you. Got you.
I want to know what this new job is.
No, you don't. Look, check this out. So, if Michigan is slated to win, okay, we'll say they're gonna win, but I'm not 100% confident that Michigan gonna win. That's just me looking at Michigan over the last 6 years. They get to the biggest game of their season and they lose it. So, is it the biggest game of their season? I don't think it's the biggest game of their season, but it's the biggest game to keep them in the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if they win, they stay where they at. Georgia, we already saying gonna win. They stay where they at.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati is gonna win. We saying they're gonna win?
Yeah.
Alabama loses.
Yeah.
Okay. Baylor beats Oklahoma State. Notre Dame don't play nobody. Where you gonna put Alabama? Are they gonna go drop from a team?
Okay.
Number 6.
Okay. Cincinnati will. All right. Cincinnati will win. We already said if Michigan. You said if Michigan win also, right?
That big money right there.
Is that a church or is that a church or is that? Oh, that's a hospital. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I thought you working for the pastor. I don't know. You work at Baptist East. Hey, I'm in charge of getting the pastor the towel whenever he do the baptize. What these spiders doing in this water? This water's supposed to be clean. All right, look.
Okay, come on.
All right, look. Okay, you said all right. We got Georgia with a dub. We got Michigan with a dub. Alabama with an L. Cincinnati with a dub. Cincinnati move up to number 3. Ooh, if Cincinnati move up to number 3, and Oklahoma beat Baylor. Oh, that's crazy.
Do Baylor carry enough weight to increase Oklahoma over Alabama? That's the question. Because if Baylor loses, is Oklahoma even any better, or are they just? Because you got them losing. So I'm saying, are they gonna get pushed?
Okay, I kind of so now I kind of see Josh made a kind of a better point by Notre Dame not playing the conference championship. This is where it's gonna hurt them. That's probably if that scenario happens, Notre Dame they won't do no better than 5th because they won't even hop Alabama.
They don't have a championship game.
They won't even hop Alabama. So worst case scenario is Alabama falling to number 5 and Oklahoma getting that number 4 spot. Oklahoma State getting that number 4 spot.
That's what I'm saying. Alabama, if Oklahoma State puts on a dominant performance, Oklahoma State got to go out there and score George Baylor in order for them to be looked at as like, man, they do for real at this point. Because if they don't, they just looking like, why would we put them in there? Alabama lost to number 1.
Because we both know that
they want to get Baylor.
Right, because the eye test counts now. Or it's been counting ever since they've been doing the voting, this deal, whatever you want to call it, college football playoff rankings.
Josh, I disagree.
Nope, it didn't. Nope. Just what Rodney said.
Look, if Alabama go out there and they play Georgia a hard game, I think they'll leave Alabama at 3.
You know what?
If they put Georgia all the way to the end, they would leave Alabama at 3 just because it looked good.
Because it looked good. But I disagree about leaving them at 3. I think they'll fall no further than 4.
Okay, they would. Okay, they would.
But they will be in the top 4.
And then in that case, it's a rematch. I don't think they're gonna put Alabama at 4, but simply because they're not gonna let the country see them play again. That's what I see behind the scenes. They're not gonna do that again for 2 weeks, for the next game. As they take their break, they come back, they gotta play them again at a neutral site. I don't see that happening just because of that part. But if they play them, and if Michigan goes out there and just don't lose, Michigan ain't moving up. They're gonna sit right there. Cincinnati has the biggest chance to mess up everything at Oklahoma State. So if Cincinnati goes out there and win, they stay at 4 or they move to 3. All right. Oklahoma State. If Oklahoma State go out there and score George Baylor, then you gotta look at how that impacts the decision. That makes the decision hard. You gotta fight hard to keep Alabama at 4 in.
Yeah.
But you gotta go out there and have a monster loss. When I say monster loss, I mean a loss that looks like they should have almost won.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not like Auburn. That game, like if there was Auburn and Alabama playing, that wouldn't be it. They got to go out there and say, they got to go out there and prove to people that they deserve to still be in the top 4 before the end of the week. Because on paper, and high test, it's already a loss. But they go out there and they defense actually start playing football, which is the problem all year, then they might be out the top 4. They got to show something. If they don't show, they're not going to show nothing.
They got to show some style points count. Style points been counting ever since the playoff rankings started. We know style points don't stop. Period.
No,
style points don't stop. They don't stop. Uh-oh.
So you gotta put that in. You gotta factor all that in. Now, since we on NCAA football, coaching changes. Two major coaching changes. That's what I want to get at. And then hold up, real quick, Josh. I don't think they love the SEC. They got to contend with the SEC. You cannot You cannot say Alabama and Georgia don't deserve to be there at any point during this process when they are two of the most dominant teams in the country. So when everybody says they the committee love the SEC, I don't really think they love the SEC. I think they just can't leave them out.
That's the thing. They can't deny the SEC. That's the problem.
I don't think so, because the SEC is, big where we are. It's big in a whole lot of spots in the country, but just like you got people that love Michigan, you got people that hate the SEC, and you got them same people on the committee that hate the SEC that love other conferences. They want to give other conferences a chance. That's a big deal. It don't show because undeniably you cannot say they don't deserve to be up there. So you have to give them their just due. That's the biggest thing. I don't really think the committee loves the SEC because they just been so in the way of everybody else for the last 15, 20 years. but
this has been the problem, Rodney. The problem has been, and this is not official, but the reason this committee was kind of started was because of the SEC dominance of winning the national championship. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you're supposed to be in the conversation, you need to be in the conversation. I don't think you got you in the conversation, be in the conversation. Don't leave me out because you hate me.
Exactly. And the only thing
I don't deserve to be up there.
Exactly. And the only thing that came to do was open the door for multiple SEC teams to be in the top 4. And the thing, it comes back down. It ain't about the committee loving them. It's that the SEC is handling their business to pump out the best teams in the nation. So you're going to get multiple teams in the top 4 sometime year after year. Just saying.
So, that's just part of it. Now, the other thing we go to coaches, the coaching carousel. Now, we had 2 big major coaching decisions, all right? Coaching changes.
Yep.
Lincoln Riley, who has been rumored over the last 3 years to go to the NFL, and to go to the NFL. There was no other job associated with Lincoln Riley moving on from Oklahoma State, right? Oklahoma. You moving on from Oklahoma. Now, all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, him and his coaches pack up and they gone to USC.
they left like the Colts leaving Baltimore in the middle of the night.
Well, what you say? Walking through with their pajamas on to the airplane. This is the big thing.
Not with the PJs.
Hey, with the PJs.
Oh, but look, no.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I got the baby. Look, anyway, they got up and they left. Okay. Yeah. Now, so the speculation comes. They left. Why did he leave? Why did he go? A lot of people said, that's a dream job in college football. You can kind of go over there and play 3 or 4 hard games a year, and the rest of them cupcake games, and you in the top because you're in the Power 5 conference, right?
Hey, you're right. I'm keep talking. I can hear you. I got to step out.
Now, the other part is that people said he was running from the SEC, which is kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. Now, I didn't think about the run from the SEC part because that's we got 2 years before it comes. Is it 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 2 years before it comes.
It's possible 2 years.
Possibly 2 years. Okay, so 2024, right? 2023. So if that's the case, now we'll go back to the first one. We'll get the run from the SEC part. the first part going to a dream job. If I'm gonna say if that's it could be relevant, but in my mind,
In my
USC
mind,
hasn't been relevant since Reggie Bush, as far as championships is concerned.
true.
I mean, it's one of those jobs where all you gotta do is say, "Hey, it's US, and I'm coming from USC. You're gonna come play ball up here," and they're gonna go.
And they use the recruiter alone on their name.
They used to do that.
Used to.
But I'm not saying, especially with the way things going on, it's plenty of money out there. They're gonna get this man 95 million, 10 years. I mean, yeah, boom, no problem. But can he go up there and flip it to make it a powerhouse again? Because
All he
everybody
needs is the right.
like it's so easy.
All he needs is the right quarterback in that conference. If he
Right,
gets the right quarterback in that conference, because he's a quarterback guru,
what they say.
supposedly. But
Right.
So if he get the right quarterback in his system and the right tools on offense, we already know that all you need is a mediocre defense, not trash, not Big 12 trash, but a mediocre defense, and they can run that conference.
In that conference, well,
Stanford, Oregon, Washington State, that UCLA. I mean, there's nobody that just is that dog anymore. Even Stanford will catch you slipping every now and then, but Stanford, you just couldn't slip on Stanford.
And you got Oklahoma State, right?
Huh?
Baylor, Oklahoma State. So I mean, I don't really just necessarily see it being as
in the Pac-10. I'm talking about Pac-10. That's where you're going, Pac-10.
I thought you said Big 12. I'm looking up. I'm like, this ain't Big 12.
No, I'm saying what I said about the Big 12. He can't take that type of defense to USC.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you. So, all right. So let me get this Pac-12 pulled up real quick so I can see these teams again. So either way, members, come on, man, quit messing with my screen. Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, Oregon State, University of USC, Stanford, Utah, Washington, and Washington State.
So which one of those teams besides Oregon would pose a problem if he get the right tools that he need offensively at USC?
That's the big thing. So the only somebody that you got to worry about is Notre Dame, and they ain't got no coach because guess what? He gone too.
Right, but before we go to him, before I go to him, this is the reason. That's the reason why I say he's running from the SEC.
Yeah,
because that better his chances. You got to remember now. I mean, he what? 30 years old, 31 years old.
Right.
So his road to the championship is easier in the Pac-10 than it is him taking an Oklahoma job. Continue to coach at Oklahoma and they're coming into the SEC.
Well,
because it's a carnival. All the SEC does is gobble each other up.
Okay, this is the thing though. This is the thing. If you had to weigh them out, all right, and they come to you with this contract and all money's the same on the table, right? Mm-hmm. All money's the same on the table. Oklahoma, USC. All right. So knowing what you know what's going to happen with the SEC. And you going to USC or you moving from you staying in the SEC? You're going to USC?
I'm going to USC.
Okay, so with that being said, it's an easier ride. It's an
easier path to the championship.
Because wherever they put you in the SEC, you're gonna have a time regardless. East or west. It don't matter. You can go to the East and be number 3. That is if you can keep Oklahoma on point, to be every year. Or you can go to the West and be number 4 or 5.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Be number 4 or 5. And if you put that on paper, I wouldn't say, I mean, be honest, I would not say you running from the SEC. I just think it's a good business decision right now.
Okay, that's one way to put it. You know, running from the SEC. But look, I mean, that's the only way I see it. You're running because look, Rodney, check this out now. You know, your talent is even better in the SEC. What you're inheriting in LSU is a heck of a. I mean, I'm sorry, I keep trying to put him in LSU. I keep trying to put him with LSU. I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. He doing right. He doing right. I feel like that's a good decision. I feel like it's a good decision. But if anything that this football season in the SEC should have told everybody is that you cannot take not one Saturday off.
You can't.
You can't.
This season showed you a lot. It showed you
this
a lot.
Season showed you that a lot. A lot.
But that's a big thing. And this was the other thing that came out too to me is, do I want to stay in Oklahoma? Or do I want to go live a high life and be rich? Like
right. He have a chance to run that conference.
And be there for a while. As long as he
be there for a while. Yeah.
As long as he don't do no Lane Kiffin and run into the ground and leap.
Right. He have a chance to be the next Pete Carroll.
Now Josh said like Josh hit the death row move on him. Don't be a chicken like KFC. Come on to the SEC. You got it, though. You got it. Now, we did have one that won the chicken, Josh. And that was old Philadelphia Eagles running to the ground. Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly didn't go to the Philadelphia Eagles, man.
That was him that went to the Eagles. Who that went to the Eagles?
Bro, that was Chip Kelly, bro. That's two different people. Rodney, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of you right now.
You kept trying to put him over with LSU. So look, Brian Kelly, my bad.
That was an accident. You was for real. But go ahead.
I got the name mixed up. I'm in a whole other world. Anyway,
all Kellys don't look alike. All Kelly don't look like Brad Kelly.
You gonna be able to? I almost said it. There's a Kelly. I almost said it. Look,
don't do it.
Check this out. Okay, so your boy, yes, sir. And that's another point. SEC ain't gonna sit there with you and let you mess up for more than 2 years in a row. You got to get it right there when you get there, or you got to show some major improvement on the second year. You better ask. The Look, check this out.
No, not only him. But what was his name that came to state before him? 1 year and done. That's sad. I don't even remember his name.
Moorhead.
Yeah, Joe Moorhead.
Well, ask him.
So 1 year, gone.
1 year, gone. Now check this out. Now, Brian Kelly, not Chip. They some kin though, right?
No.
They ain't no kin? No. I think Brian Kelly and Chip Kelly some kin.
Yeah. They can. They first cousins, and Brian Kelly is the brother of R. Kelly, and Jim Kelly is their uncle. Go ahead.
Okay, check this out. This dude left Notre Dame, who has always been in the conversation over the last 6 years, to come to LSU before the playoffs, the Final Four has been decided. All right? Got on a plane, sent a text message. That's what I should have downloaded. Sent a text message to his players late at night, apologizing about them hearing on the news and blah, 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 this, blah, 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 smoke up a backside. When you got that call and your agent says, hey, bro, off on the table from LSU, 95 for 10 years or whatever the number is, you either got to come today or they ain't going to wait to see if you're going to make the playoffs. They're not going to wait this out. need to make the move today or whatever. If that's the case, and you get to go to LSU, because in my mind, you can't do nothing else in South Bend or whatever, North Bend, whatever, Oklahoma Bend, whatever you at, wherever state is, whatever North Carolina Bend. You can't do nothing else over there. All right? You can't go no higher than you are right now at Notre Dame. All right? The only thing you can do at Notre Dame is win a championship, and you've had plenty of opportunities to do that, and you fail. So go fail for some more money.
Hey, I feel like it was a good move for him, simply because I feel like it was a good move for him because I feel like he's peaked at Notre Dame. Yeah, he took him to the national championship, and then he ran into that buzzsaw called Alabama. I'm just saying.
Greatest season ever, undefeated, get to the championship and get smashed.
Yep. But look though, his chances of winning the national championship, him being the coach that he is with what he's had to work with over the last years in Notre Dame, we see his body of work with the players that he can get in LSU. He has a legitimate run for a national championship.
But that's the other thing too, though, Ray. If you go to LSU and you start, because you got, be honest with you, LSU players right now ain't trash. They lost.
No, they're not. They lost confidence in Orgeron.
I think they still got a team that should be like number 2, number 3 in the SEC.
They got number 2 and number 3 talent in the SEC. They do, definitely.
They need 2 or 3 in the SEC. No joke. So you got this dude that's coming down here. Actually, it's one of the best positions that you can be in as a head coach, to go from a team that you've been putting in contention every year to go to another team that just needs some leadership that could be in contention.
And he's that guy, dude.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He's like, even though he don't have the credentials of him, but that attitude, that bulldog mentality, he's like must I say, Nick Saban attitude. He demands respect from the players. All that losing the locker room and all that kind of, okay, if you feel like I lost the locker room, we can holler. I'm just saying, he's that dude. So I'm very intrigued to see what he's going to bring to the table with LSU with the talent that they have to offer.
Now that's gonna be the good part. Now everybody knows the first year is a gimme year to an extent.
Right.
You got to run, and then you come in.
He don't have any of his recruits.
But the best thing though, Ray, that he does have is the transfer portal. Because guess what? Who wouldn't want to go to LSU with a brand new coach and a coach that's proven to be a leader and play by?
Or some of his players from Notre Dame.
Exactly. Because there's nothing stopping them from doing that, right? There's nothing stopping them from doing that. And you got LSU boosters that's willing to give these guys name, image, likeness contracts.
Okay, that goes back to what I was saying. What I was saying last year or year before about the playing field as far as recruiting being leveled now, because the love is being spread. That transfer portal, and on top of that, getting paid for their likeness or whatever the case may be, that levels the playing field, man. It does.
So you can't beat that, and you can't beat that. Going to a team, and then this is the biggest thing about it. The last 3 coaches LSU had, I don't won a championship. You don't have to win but one championship to be immortal.
Just win one.
That's it.
Just win one championship. But you better keep winning. You
gotta win in one. You work to get to that one, and then you got plenty of time to get.
Right. But you gotta continue. You can't come up with no 5-7 records and all that kind of
You can't go out there and as bad as it was, coming off a championship year, regardless of what you lost, and lose by giving up 600 pass yards to Mississippi State in your first game. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That started his downfall right there. And that was, 2 years ago? That started his downfall. Those last year's seasons, 2 seasons ago. So you can't, if you win that championship, You got to win 10 games every year for the rest of your career, or you're gonna be gone when you start winning 8, 8, and 8. So I think that with the name the school has, with the talent that they have in state and the surrounding state, the transfer portal, name, image, and likeness, I think he'll come in here and he'll be fine. I don't see him losing.
I think he will too.
I don't see him coming.
I think he will too. And there's a lot of players who would love to play. So that's something else you got to take in consideration. People who have committed to Notre Dame simply because of him may flip and come to Baton Rouge. Just saying.
It's not a bad thing. And then you got some people that's committed to Baton Rouge out to LSU already. They're saying they was thinking, man, I'm not gonna go down there with Coach O ain't there. But then they got to upgrade.
No, I really don't see them saying that.
I mean, but no. Now, as crazy as this all sounded, they was leaving because Coach O ran it. I'm not saying they leaving because he left. I'm saying they're leaving because he left. Because they didn't know where was going after him. Saying, hey, I might reconsider for somewhere else because what I signed up for is gone. Now that they see that he's coming, hey man, I might go ahead and stay. You know what I'm saying? The recruiters that they have, instead of them saying, I'm leaving because he's leaving, not saying he's leaving because he's leaving the good part, leaving because he's leaving because he didn't great stuff. That's why they would be leaving, not because I'm leaving to follow him. No,
Okay. Look, I'm finna turn this conversation a little bit. Same topic, but I'm gonna turn it a little bit. Where you think Dan Mullen will land? No, you know what? Hold up. Before you answer that question, let me say this. I said when Dan Mullen left Mississippi State, he is going to have to win an SEC East title and contend for the SEC championship in order to hold that job at Florida, because that is the standard. Championships is the standard at Florida.
Yep.
Not 10-2 records and not going to the SEC championship. Definitely not 9-3 and 8 and whatever. Those records are not going to cut it. And dang gummit, 6-6 or 5-6 or whatever the case may be, they sure ain't gonna cut it at Florida. I said when he took that job that he was making a mistake. And in 3 years, guess what year it is? The third year. He will be gone because the mediocrity that he had and was successful with in Stark Vegas, and he would probably still have a job. That's not going to cut it in Florida. And it didn't. Right. It just didn't. You have to win championships or at least compete for championships. And he failed to do all.
So you got, to be honest, Ray, it's a few schools that can actually take a Dan Mullen and he'll be back at Mississippi State status and when I say Mississippi State status, I'm not saying when he had back Mississippi State status. I'm just saying always be in a conversation status. He's not gonna play he's not gonna be a coach in the SEC at all.
Not a head coach. But Josh said something that somebody else said I heard today too. Auburn as an offensive coordinator.
That's fine. If he don't be in the SEC, it won't be a head coaching job.
It won't be a head coach. He won't.
And I think he could go to the thing is, I don't know what openings are out there. You see what I'm saying?
Notre Dame is open. Oklahoma is open. Those are two major ones right now.
I don't see either one of those taking a damn money though.
I don't see Oklahoma taking a damn money.
I don't see either one. He's going to take the OC job. But if you had some teams like, say, for instance, a Virginia Tech on that level, somebody that could use that hype to start back building and to getting back. They ain't really just left the conversation, but they not really in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So a team like that, that's always somewhere in the lower 20s or right outside of 25, and they just need somebody in there just with maybe he could do that because that's what he did with Mississippi State. He went to a team that was it's in the SEC on the verge of always having something, but never having it.
Right.
And if he had stayed, he could go 7-5, 7-6, 8-5, 8-4, 8 and whatever, and still have a job and still be loved because guess what? Mississippi State knows for a fact that we're not going to win the national championship. We just was glad to be in the conversation.
Exactly.
Those are teams that he can go to and be very good at. Now,
I agree.
Like Duke, like I said, Duke, Virginia Tech, them the teams I mean, somewhere on that line.
Yep. Yes. I agree with that. A lot like old buddy went to Liberty, but that was because wasn't nobody else have him with the scandal that he got going on.
But I mean, how long do?
Hey, but you know what though? Hugh Freeze got broke off like one of those big schools.
But guess what? He'll stay there until that contract is almost up, and then he'll be right back in the real job.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't care. You know how scandals go. It'll roll off and it'll be done, and everybody, Hugh Freeze got a job.
People forget about it. As long as he don't do anything, like that again, during his tenure of his contract in Liberty, no, they'll forget all about that.
Get rid of his bonus phone. I got you. But look, let's go somewhere because that right there, that was 42 minutes worth of NCAA football, bro.
Worth of NCAA. Let's move it over to hockey. Huh?
I was going to say lacrosse. Raise Pick'em.
Let's go.
I'm undefeated, never lost.
Y'all heard the song. Y'all heard what Mr. Ball said. I'm undefeated. I ain't never lost. Not to Michael Jordan, not to LeBron James, not to Kevin Durant. I ain't never lost. I'm undefeated. All right. I'm going to start off with some basketball. You want some basketball?
Basketball.
It's a big game coming on tonight. We got, yes, sir, the Phoenix Suns versus the Golden State Warriors, the two hottest teams in the league right now. I don't remember what the winning streaks are. I know Phoenix is on like a 132 winning streak.
Hold on. I got to go get last pick.
Oh, last pick. You ain't got to. I was undefeated.
Come on.
No, I was undefeated. We ain't got to go. I was undefeated. I ain't never lost. Josh, shut up. Anyway, we got the Warriors and we got the dadgum Suns tonight. They playing in Phoenix. Booker versus Steph Curry. Dude. It's like Phoenix picking up where they left off.
18, 17, and 3.
That's what I'm saying. Phoenix picked up where they left off. The Warriors are looking like the old Warriors without Clay, who has been cleared to have 5-on-5 contact practice. So look for him real soon. That gum Jordan Poole balling out his mind. Oh, did I fail to mention that we may be looking at the conference finals in the West for this coming up basketball season? So I picked Hey, Rodney, who you like?
I like the Warriors.
Give me the Warriors then. It's hard to go against Steph. It's hard to go against Steph.
It's hard to, but like in this game, to me, in my mind, and I know this regular season, early regular season, it's a big game. And I don't see in big games to help.
No, Chris Paul gonna show up if he ain't hurt. So he will show up.
Come on.
No, did you see the game that Steph had against the Warriors Sunday night? Or did you receive any highlights?
You had the game against the Warriors.
I'm sorry, the Clippers. I'm sorry, the Clippers.
Oh yeah, I seen it. And
When he had his little run in with the ref and got teed up, he said, "Oh, really?" And he went on a 3-bomb spree and murked them.
nah,
Look, man, give me the Warriors, man. Just give me the Warriors. Give me the Warriors. Give me the Warriors. Give me the Warriors.
I would tell you this though, that wasn't no foul either. But
Nope, it was not.
it was
It was not a foul.
It did enough to get him fired up, and that's all they needed. Because he went out.
I mean, he's so used to contact or whatever. I guess he was looking for it or whatever.
That's just how they do James Harden. Play ball.
Yeah, play ball. Speaking of James Harden, we got Brooklyn versus New York. Oh, the game is in the second quarter. Okay, and it's pretty tight too. So I can call this game.
Okay.
Even though the Nets are up 37-32 right now, I'm going with the underdog because I'm a D-Rose fan. Give me the New York Knicks in a close one.
All right.
Oklahoma State and Baylor. Upset alert. Baylor running game is going to cut straight through Oklahoma State. Give me Baylor in a big one. Michigan versus Iowa. Give me our Michigan. Fight. I got to get one for sure in that I know.
Who you saying?
Cincinnati playing Houston.
You taking Michigan or Iowa?
I'm taking our Michigan. I'm taking Michigan.
Michigan, okay.
And give me one for sure. I got one for sure that I can't get wrong. Give me Cincinnati over Houston.
All right, man.
Ant said Iowa. A lot of times, Ant, I would drag you through the mud for whatever answer that you got that's going against me, but I value your football knowledge, so I'm going to act like you ain't said that and be scared and be like KFC and be a chicken. All right, go. That's Ray's Pickle. I ain't never lost. Undefeated.
With your long mouth.
With your long mouth. Your long mouth butt.
Look, man. Look, we got woo, long mouth. I'm crying. Look, check this out. We got a little NFL talk. When we get out here because I'm hungry. So we saw Thanksgiving Day.
Nobody care about your good. Nobody care about your good, man.
We saw
Give the people what they want.
And we saw some changes in some divisions. And I think it's I'm gonna say I'll start to be a shift of power if it can keep going on.
There's a shift in the atmosphere.
So if you see, say for instance, I'm trying to get this text pulled if I can remember where it is. A few weeks ago, we had you sent a picture out in a text thread that we got that showed the Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers. Where the 49ers at the bottom of the division. As of today, if we go by the playoffs, San Francisco would be in the playoffs, correct?
Correct. At the number 6 seed.
At the number 6 seed out of 7. All right. So today, Washington, 3 weeks ago, Washington was at the bottom of the division at 2-6.
Washington was left dead in the water.
In the water. They lost their number one player, defensive player. Never knew who they had doing nothing. Now Washington is at number 7 in the playoffs in the NFC. So with that being said,
are you sure? You sure Washington got that spot?
Washington's at 7. They're above the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay.
If the playoffs go, Washington. Right. You ain't looking at the bottom.
I got you. Let's go. I got you. Why you right, Washington? I was thinking Minnesota. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, but it's a tight race at that bottom. To be honest with you. But I mean, at the end of the week, it could be anybody.
Oh, bro, it's a real tight race for those last. I'm gonna say the 5, 6, and 7 spot is gonna be tight.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, if Dallas don't come out this COVID week with something positive, then it's gonna be tight on them to stay.
I'm gonna throw. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna throw something crazy at you, and it don't even seem like it. But how about we're gonna just say San Francisco, for instance? How about they're one loss and one win behind the Dallas Cowboys?
Right.
How crazy is it? It don't even seem like it.
It don't seem like it, but there's a toward the bottom of the NFC. There's a more even playing field than a lot of people realize.
It is.
And I would put out there because some teams that hit their stride, some teams that learn what they not to do and what to do.
Uh-huh.
It's a group of teams down there that could cause some damage.
Check this out. I got you right here. Check this out. I'm gonna call out these teams that are battling for just the number 7 spot right now. Just the number 7 spot.
You know,
New York, Carolina, Philadelphia, New Orleans, Atlanta, Minnesota, and Washington. A lot of those teams play each other. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy.
Real
It's about to get crazy.
Oh,
And I thought the AFC was crazy, which it kind of is. Already there, dog. Already there. Who you want to know about?
Who's the bottom, number 5 down?
Number 5 down. We got the Cincinnati Bengals with the number 5 spot. Then we got Buffalo 6, those Chargers at 7, the Raiders at 8, Denver at 9. Oh my God, and the Colts at 10, dude. And from that point on, everybody else down there that I could even give remotely a chance. Not Pittsburgh, not Miami. I give Cleveland a chance. I give Cleveland a chance to try to rise up out the ashes. Because right now they're 6-6.
If it had been before this week,
Pittsburgh,
I would have given them a chance. But after this week, seeing them this week,
dude,
it was bad. We were doing a show, and we stopped. We saw the same. We saw the same thing. We was like, bro, did you see that?
Yep.
It was garbage.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Out of all the teams, it could be AFC or NFC. Out of all these teams, who do you have the most confidence in, and who are you most surprised by at this point?
As far as what?
The most confidence in going into the playoffs and surprised by where they are right now as far as standing.
Going into the playoffs, bro, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. Green Bay got me drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Green Bay got
legit.
me.
That's legit.
I mean, and I'm not just saying it just because they look good. They beat some teams, and I don't care what kind of struggles these other teams are going through. Green Bay has definitely beat some talent, and they look good doing it. It ain't like they barely win or they gotta pull out of the hat. Green Bay is kicking butt. I got go with you. Right now, a close second to Green Bay, and I'm not just saying that they're gonna go in the playoffs and do just mess around. Look, but I'm really keeping my right eye on the Patriots. Okay.
Boom. Hike the ball to me. Hike me the ball, man.
Ready. Check. 53 tonight. Yeah.
The New England Patriots is my team. The New England Patriots, they are on a 6-game winning streak. They came back and took first place in the division over the Buffalo Bills after everybody was all over Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady is the reason why Bill Belichick was the won on the championship. It's evident. He won a world championship without Belichick going into the season. Look at them. They got the rookie Mac Jones. Now look at them. Look at them now.
You
They
got
look
to,
like the old New England Patriots. Right now,
but
they are the most surprising, and to me, one of, if not the most dangerous team going into the playoffs. Their defense is playing lights out. They are running the fire out the ball with Harris and I can't think of the other cat name. And Matt Jones is playing far beyond what a rookie should be playing. A
Mac Jones
traditional rookie should be
he has
playing.
been taught to manage the game. He has
Yep.
been taught to manage the game. I'm not asking. They're not asking him to throw for 300. They're not asking
Nope.
him to put 5, 6 touchdowns.
Nope.
Manage the game and reduce your risk of turnovers. That's all I want you to do. I'll get the rest of it together. But when it's time for you to strike, be ready to strike. They are managing the game with him.
That's exactly all they need him to do. That's all they need him to do. Make the throws when they're there.
Josh, who they playing Monday night, Josh? So that's the other thing. Now, as far as what teams have been disappointing, honestly, to me,
The Rams.
I gotta get the Rams a big piece of pie. But at the same time, at this point, at the beginning of the season, nobody saw Kansas City in this position. Right?
Don't sleep on them, though.
I'm not sleeping on them. But their role is going to be a bit more, I guess you could say, a bit more. The curiosity in that one is going to be greater than the Rams, because right now I don't see the Rams, stepping on the grape. I don't see them popping the grape right now. You know what I'm saying? They can't get together.
What up, Riley? Riley, you late?
Time again, Riley, real late. I said time and time again. I'm not impressed by the Rams. I don't care who you put over there.
At all.
It don't work. Everybody knows you can't. Either way, I'm not impressed. Now with the Chiefs, I'm gonna be stuck to that more so to see if they can get it together.
Okay, Rodney. I'm glad you said that. While you expounding on the Chiefs, I'm gonna pull up the Chiefs record and let's see who they got left. And I want to hear your chance of what you think about.
All right, come on with it then,
bruh.
You ain't got it ready? You got it ready,
bruh? Oh, I got it ready.
Okay,
Don't sleep on the Chiefs. Don't sleep on the Chiefs. Everybody, check this out. Remember, I said this tonight, y'all. All four of y'all. Remember, I said this tonight. What up, D? You late too? Well, you late too? You late too?
I missed all of it. We finna get on.
All right, Rodney. Hey, Rodney, check this run out. But check this run out with the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody at the end of the season will be saying the Chiefs' praises. Watch. Everybody gonna be talking about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are back and all this kind of bull crap. Check this out. Look, we got the Broncos this weekend. Sunday night football. They got the Broncos, and then they got the Raiders. Win or loss? Which one you calling it? Raiders. They got the Raiders at home. Raiders at home.
I would say loss or no. Hey, I would say loss or no.
Wow. Okay. I disagree, but Chargers.
Ooh. I think the experience is going to beat the Chargers.
I go with you there. The Steelers, the brakes and the rotors or whatever left on the suspension of that vehicle of the Steelers will be beaten off by the Kansas City Chiefs.
They're not going to. They're going to get the cinder block they left them sitting on from the Steelers. Leave them on the ground.
Exactly. Ooh, got one for you.
Woo!
I'm talking about.
What's them African films them dudes like?
Dead. You right. I agree. Dead. Y'all talking about Ryan Clark went off on the Steelers this morning. Yeah, I saw that. And all that was hot air. I don't know what he went off on them for.
Come on, man. Go who they got out the
Man,
Steelers.
whatever. Man, forget Ryan Clark.
Forget Ryan Clark. Snitch. Come on. What the next?
All right. Now, this is going to be a tough one. Given how they're playing right now,
Okay.
the Bengals. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one.
I'm gonna tell you right now, though, Ray. I'm gonna tell you right now. I have been watching Joe Mixon since he whooped that girl in college. And
Rodney,
I ain't lie. Did I lie?
he didn't whoop her.
What you call it?
Man, I mean, she stepped wrong and he just gave her a chin check.
And did she get up and fight back?
I mean,
In my
she
book,
couldn't.
she
had Tweety birds around her head.
Exactly. She was trying to figure out why the salt was yellow, and it was actually mustard. Look, check this out, because if you saw the tape, you know what I'm talking about. Look. John said that one hit a quitter. Ever since then, I'm like, this dude better be the bum after this. Like, he better get to the league and ball out.
Dude, he just been balling. His stock had been growing every single year.
He got paid, and he's still balling.
Yep.
That is going to be the factor in that game. That's going to be the factor. I think that's going to be the factor. Because
you know what? I kind of agree with you, because if the Kansas City Chiefs don't address their sucky run defense, they're going to go.
Factor in that game. Right now, today, I'm flipping the coin on that game.
And you know San Francisco got them next week. That's going to be a good one.
Got 6 rounds this week?
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. I got to see that one. I got to see it.
So, and look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jamar Chase had fixed his ball dropping problems that he was having in the preseason. He was problem with.
He ain't having in the regular season. I said he ain't having in the regular season. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. So by my count, I got them at 4-2 going forward. Right?
Oh look, you got one more game left. They got the Broncos one more time. I
got them at 5-2 going forward. You got them at 6-1?
5-2.
5-2 and 5-2.
5-2.
So
because that push that I had, I'll go ahead and count it as an L. Okay. 5-2.
So 5-2.
They will be singing the praises. Everybody will be singing the praises of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs at the end of the season.
So 4-2 and 4-2, because that team is on that. You know, they got the right part of the schedule coming up, and it seems like that they figuring it out. If they can keep that going, they're gonna be scary again. Yeah. They're gonna be scary again, and that's the beauty of the NFL. It ain't over until
it's over. And I'm gonna say this, and this should be the end of the show. The AFC. Hold on one second. I got to throw my pen in. The AFC should be just as interesting as the NFC leading up into the last 3 weeks of the season.
It's gonna be
It's going to be very interesting.
Nothing from the top 4 is going to be settled. Top 4 may be settled. The bottom ain't going to be settled, and that's going to be the fun.
Hey, I'm gonna just say number 1 and number 2 should be okay. They should be pretty secure going into the home stretch of the ending of the season. But everything from 4 on down to 7 is gonna be a bloodbath, and I'm here for it.
Look at what their prediction is.
All right, now D, you came in late. It is apparent that you've been drinking tonight. All right, y'all have a good night. Play my music, Johnny.
I don't see it.
No, it's too early. I just said, look. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm not gonna disagree with you, D. I'm gonna just say it's too early right now to make that call, given how everybody's playing it. I would like to see it, but I think it's kind of too early right now.
I think it's gonna be a dogfight to the end for everybody.
I think so too.
Hey, we over. We appreciate y'all, and you better try.
We appreciate everybody who stopped by to listen today. Join us again next week, right here on the R&R Show.
If your team ain't where they supposed to be, what
Y'all better try.
you better.
Don't try me.
Let me get in here. Let me get in here. I'm gonna get them coming down to the office. But if your team ain't where they supposed to be, or who you think they are, try Jesus.
Hey!
Look at your phone right now. Check your team record. If your team ain't got a winning record, and if your team quarterback needs to be sitting down, or if your team quarterback wear ice pack after every practice on both his shoulders and both his knees, it's got to be Big Ben.
You better try him. You
Yeah.
better try him.
Try Jesus.
Don't
If
try
your
me.
team look up and everybody got COVID, and you got a star on your helmet, take this. Man,
Will you come?
try Jesus.
Will you come this evening? Will you
We
come?
got one walking down the aisle right now.
If your chin and your head look like Kevin Durant, will you try him? Will you try him?
You walk around and folks say you got a long mouth.
Will you come?
Yeah. If you got a acid crack. We out.
He's able, y'all. He's able.